The fork, an unassuming yet essential part of modern dining, boasts a surprisingly ancient history. Long before gracing elegant tables, early forms of the fork served practical purposes in ancient civilizations. In ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, forks were crafted from basic materials like wood or bone. These early utensils, however, were not intended for eating. Instead, these rudimentary forks, typically featuring two prongs, were primarily used in the kitchen. Cooks found them handy for spearing and turning meat over open flames. They were far from the refined eating utensils we know today. The concept of using a fork for eating was alien to these ancient cultures. Despite their practical applications, these early forks remained largely confined to the realm of food preparation. Their journey from the kitchen to the dining table would be a slow and fascinating one, reflecting changing culinary practices and societal norms. The fork's humble beginnings highlight its often overlooked significance in early culinary history. The spread of these early forks to different parts of the world was facilitated by trade and cultural exchange. As these rudimentary utensils traveled, they adapted to local customs and needs, further demonstrating their versatility. However, their primary function remained rooted in food preparation rather than consumption. The fork's gradual transformation into a dining implement would unfold slowly over the centuries. The fork's introduction to Europe marked a significant step in its journey to becoming a dining staple. This pivotal moment occurred during the Byzantine Empire, where forks were embraced as symbols of luxury and elegance. Byzantine princesses, including the notable Theodora Anna Doukaina, played a key role in popularizing the fork in the 11th century. These early European forks, often slender and two-pronged, were a far cry from the robust cooking tools of their ancient predecessors. They represented a shift in the perception of the fork, transitioning from a purely practical utensil to one associated with refinement and high social standing. However, the fork's arrival in Europe was not without its detractors. Religious leaders in particular voiced strong opposition to the use of forks for eating. They deemed the practice unnatural, arguing that it went against the divine order by replacing the use of fingers, which God had provided. This clash between tradition and innovation highlighted the resistance to change that often accompanies the introduction of new customs. Despite facing criticism and skepticism, the allure of the fork persisted among the elite. The practicality and elegance it offered proved difficult to ignore, setting the stage for its gradual acceptance and integration into European dining practices. The fork's journey from a controversial novelty to an accepted dining implement reflects the evolving tastes and social dynamics of the time. The Middle Ages in Europe were marked by a distinct lack of enthusiasm for the fork. Dining customs remained deeply rooted in tradition, with knives and fingers serving as the primary tools for eating. Forks, though present in some circles, were regarded with suspicion and viewed as unnecessary affectations by the majority of the population. This skepticism towards forks persisted well into later centuries. Even in 19th century America, some critics ridiculed the use of forks, comparing it to the absurdity of eating soup with a knitting needle. The fork's struggle for acceptance highlights the slow pace of change when it comes to ingrained social customs. However, the winds of change began to blow during the Renaissance, particularly in 16th century Italy. The Italian peninsula, known for its culinary innovations and refined dining, embraced the fork with open arms. The utensil became synonymous with sophistication and good manners, particularly as its practicality for enjoying pasta, a dish gaining immense popularity, became evident. Catherine de Medici, an influential figure in French history, played a pivotal role in introducing the fork to the French court upon her marriage to King Henry II. Her advocacy further solidified the fork's status as a symbol of refined dining. The Renaissance marked a turning point for the fork, as it began its ascent from a niche utensil to a more widely accepted dining implement. The 18th century ushered in a period of significant transformation for the fork, both in terms of design and perception. It was during this era that the fork evolved into the four-pronged implement we know and use today. This seemingly simple innovation revolutionized the way people ate, enhancing the fork's functionality and solidifying its place at the dining table. No longer viewed as a mere status symbol or a curiosity, the fork became an indispensable tool for daily life. Its widespread adoption reflected a broader shift in dining practices, moving away from communal eating towards more individualized and refined dining experiences. The fork's journey from a controversial novelty to an essential utensil mirrored the evolving social and culinary landscape. The 19th century witnessed an explosion in the variety and specialization of cutlery, with forks leading the charge. This period saw the emergence of a diverse range of forks, each tailored to specific dining needs. Salad forks, fish forks, dessert forks, and a plethora of other specialized utensils graced dining tables, reflecting a growing emphasis on elegant and refined dining experiences. The materials used to craft forks also underwent a transformation. While early forks were often made from wood or bone, the 18th century saw a shift towards more durable and elegant materials like silver. Later, stainless steel emerged as a popular choice, offering both resilience and a sleek modern aesthetic. The fork's material evolution mirrored advancements in manufacturing and a desire for practicality and aesthetic appeal. The fork, once a simple tool, had become a symbol of culinary sophistication and a testament to human ingenuity.